I'd like to have a drafting view show up on this sheet. The first thing, of course, I need to do is create a drafting view. And if I want it to show up as an 8 by 8 area on here, I need to set my drafting view up for that. So let's take a look and see how to do that. A great way to start is under the View ribbon and go to the New Views, Drafting View. So I'm going to create a drafting view, and that means that it's just a picture. It's not part of the model. It's just a picture. So there I am. Here's my scale. Now I'm going to set the scale 12 inches equals 1 foot. And later on, I'll be able to show that and change that to none or 1 equals 1. I can do that when I put it on my sheet. But right now, 12 inches equals 1 foot is an architect's way of saying it's 1-to-1. And I'll give this some sort of a name, which will be new drafting view for my sheet. Just that I've got it. And I'll click OK. And then that opens up. Okay, so then once I've got that, I need to kind of give myself some boundaries because this is some giant, huge, I have no clue what this is. So I need some boundaries so that I know what 8 inches by 8 inches is. So I'll go to my Annotate button and I'll make a detail line. And I'll make it, I can go with a box or a rectangle, but I'll make it 8 inches, 8 inches across, 8 inches down. And I'm putting in the inch mark, or it might be 8 feet. So now I've got a box that's 8 by 8. And when I zoom in on it, that's where I need my work to fit. So if I'm going to draw a map, my map has to fit in that box. If I'm drawing a detail, my detail has to fit in that box. Okay, so I always draw that line. Sometimes I'll take it away later on if I don't like the looks of having a box once I've got my drawing done, but that's how I get it set. So now I'm going to just draw something in there just to pretend that I've got something. I'll draw some sort of a squiggly line. Make it look like I just drew something. Oh, and I just made another new drafting view, which I didn't need. I do that all the time. Now look, they show up down here now. So I can get rid of that new one that I accidentally made. And there's my drafting view. So now to get it onto my sheet, let's just see. I'll open up my sheet so that you can see way down here in the corner. And I'll go there. And there's a few ways that I can do this. I can hold my left button down and drag it in. And there it is. This is a D-size sheet, so it's big, and that's an 8 by 8 square on it. Or the other way I can do it is I can go to this sheet, and I can right-click on it, and I can add a view. And then it comes up with all the views that I have available to add, and I can pick which one I want. So I'll add new drafting view, add it to the sheet, put it into place. That's how you add a drafting view. And again, if I want the box to show up, I leave it there. If I want that to go away, now all of a sudden I get rid of the lines and it shows up like that. And that's a matter of style that I don't care which style you use so long as you're consistent, but your employer will care. So that'll be important. So now let's take a look at this. I want to get this to say either none or 1-to-1. I'm going to click on it. And it shows up in this lower corner down here now. Let me do that again. I'm going to hit escape a couple of times. Get out of it, double click over here. I'm going to come and get my mouse on top of it and I'm going to double click. And then it shows up in the lower left. when I click on that, and this is a left click, I go to custom. And I want to adjust the display name. And usually I'll change that to say none, or to just be blank. And I'm using spaces to make it blank. Okay, most people want to see something there. So I'll put none. Then I'll double click out here. There we go. So now I have my new drafting view on my new sheet. And it's an 8x8 box. And my text on my scale says none. So those are a few of the little things that it's probably been a year since you've done those, and it's a little reminder for you so that you can work on those for this week's work.